As we get ready for our next simulation tournament over on ASC Simulations, this will be the bracket reveal show for the Group of 5 Conference Tournament Series over on ASC Simulations. And of course, right here on All Sports Central, we're currently doing a Conference Tournament Series for the Power 5 conferences, so for like the Big Ten, SEC, etc. But we're going to be doing a Group of 5 Conference Tournament Series over on our simulation channel that is solely dedicated to simulations, which is, of course, ASC Simulations. Most of you guys who watch simulations here on this channel probably know about this at this point. But that being said, this will be just on that channel, so I'll link it in the description below if you guys want to watch the Group of 5 Conference Tournament Series, which will be starting up pretty soon here. Basically, Tuesday, May 18th will be the first day of this tournament, so just in a couple of days from the day that you're seeing this. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started with revealing the brackets. Of course, we're going to have the Mountain West, we're going to have the Sun Belt, American Athletic, the Mid-American, and also Conference USA in this tournament. And it's going to follow a similar format as to our Power 5 Conference Tournament Series, meaning there's going to be a Tournament of Champions at the end of this series to determine an overall Group of 5 champions. So, and who knows, maybe at the end we'll put head-to-head the Group of 5 Conference Tournament Series champion with the Power 5, and that could be a good matchup there. But anyway, that being said, let's look here at Mountain West Conference Tournament. This will be the first tournament of the series. Of course, we got 12 teams in this conference. The numbers are kind of odd in a few of these conferences, but we'll make it work. But that being said, the 1 seed in this tournament is going to be Boise State. Of course, you got Boise State and San Jose State, both of the top teams in the conference. But just because Boise State's more consistently better, they're going to be the 1 seed in this tournament this off season. As for the 8th seed, it's going to be the Wyoming Cowboys. Wyoming's coming in at number 8, and they're going to be in the first round against the 9th seed, which is going to be the New Mexico Lobos. We got Wyoming and New Mexico going head-to-head for a chance to play in the quarterfinals against Boise State. As for the 4 seed, we have got the San Diego State Aztecs coming in. They're your 4 seed for the Mountain West. And of course, we got the 5 seed right after that. They're going to be in the first round. Hawaii is going to be considered the home team against the 12 seed, the lowest seed in this conference, UNLV. So we got Hawaii and UNLV for a chance to play in the quarterfinals. As for the 2 seed, we have got San Jose State, of course. They're going to be your 2 seed in this tournament. Not much of a surprise considering how well they performed last year. And they're going to play the winner of the 7 seed and 10 seed game between, we got the Air Force Falcons and the 10 seed being Colorado State. So we got 2 teams out of Colorado playing against each other in the 7 versus 10 matchup. As for the 3 seed, we have got Nevada coming in. Nevada actually quietly had a good 2020 season. They're going to be a team to watch out for sure as they play the winner of the 6th seed Fresno State or the 11th seed Utah State. So we got Fresno State and Utah State going head-to-head as well in your first round. That's what the Mountain West looks like. It's a good tournament to get this Group of 5 Conference Tournament Series started. Your 1 seed is going to be Boise State here in the Mountain West. Of course, they've been the team that has been the primary contender out of this conference for many years, and I expect that to continue well into the future. But here's what the Mountain West Conference Tournament looks like for this. As for your second tournament, it's going to be the Sun Belt Tournament. We got 10 teams in here. Number 1 seed, I'm excited to tell you, will be Coastal Carolina. They're going to be in this tournament, of course, with college football revamped. We're able to have Coastal Carolina in our tournaments now, so I've just been waiting until we could get Coastal Carolina into the game just so that we can do one of these tournament series, because they used to not be in the FBS, so they were not in NCAA Football 14 to start off with, but they are in college football revamped, I'm happy to say. So they're going to be the 1 seed in your Sun Belt, and they've got home field advantage. 8th seed is going to be Arkansas State. They're coming in at number 8. The Red Raiders or the Red Wolves is what I should say. They're coming in at number 8. Geez. Number 9 then is going to be Texas State. We got Texas State and Arkansas State going head-to-head for a chance to play Coastal Carolina in the quarterfinals. As for the 4 seed, we have got Georgia Southern coming in. They're going to be the home team against the 5 seed being Georgia State. So we got Georgia Southern and Georgia State going head-to-head there. Should be a good one with both of those teams. Georgia State actually had a good 2020 season. That was a team that actually played pretty well in the Sun Belt. As for the 2 seed, we have got the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. They're coming in at the 2 seed. They're going to have the first round bye, and they're going to play the winner of the 7 versus 10 matchup, with the 7 seed being South Alabama and the 10 seed being Louisiana Monroe. We got South Alabama and Louisiana Monroe going head-to-head in the first round, pretty much in a play-in matchup to play at Louisiana. As for the 3 seed, we have got Appalachian State coming in. App State is going to be the 3 seed. They've been the team that has been the main contender over the past few years before Coastal Carolina came out of nowhere and had an outstanding 2020 season. But Appalachian State will be the home team against the 6 seed being Troy. Troy comes in at number 6. So that's what the Sun Belt tournament looks like. This should be a fun one. I mean, with Louisiana, Appalachian State, and Coastal Carolina, of course, all 3 of those teams could easily win this tournament. So it'll be fun to see who can pull it out in the end. As for our third tournament, by the way, this Sun Belt tournament will be lasting us from May 30th to June 7th. And the third tournament will be the Conference USA tournament. June 9 to 20 is when this is going to be. And we've got 13 teams in this conference. Number 1 overall seed is going to be Marshall. Marshall was the main standout team in this conference last season. They actually had a really good season. I mean, that team was ranked a couple of weeks. And overall for Marshall, that's a team that has got a lot of potential going into next season as well. They're going to be getting the first round bye, and they're going to be playing the winner of the 8 and the 9 seed game between Middle Tennessee State, and we also got the 49ers of Charlotte. So both of those teams are going head-to-head in the first round to play Marshall. As for the 4 seed, we have got Florida Atlantic coming in. FAU is going to play, it looks like, Florida International. We got Florida Atlantic versus Florida International in the 4 versus 13 game in our first round. As for the 5 seed, we got Louisiana Tech coming in. They're going to be the home team against the 12 seed being UTEP. We got Louisiana Tech and UTEP going head-to-head there in the first round. And let me just say right off the bat, the first seed was pretty obvious with Marshall, but I will say the 3 and the 4 seeds were really tough to rank, just because, I mean, it's an important, I mean, because the 3 seed has got a first round bye advantage to the 4 seed. So it was pretty tough to seed these teams just based off of that. But FAU did end up having the 4 seed due to a few factors. But UAB will be the 2 seed. They're going to get the other first round bye. They're going to play the winner of the 7 and 10 seed game between we got 7 seed North Texas, and the 10 seed is going to be Southern Miss. We got Southern Miss and North Texas going head-to-head there in the first round. As for the 3 seed, it's going to come down to UTSA. And once again, UTSA and Florida Atlantic are pretty much at the same level record-wise, but I just had to put UTSA in because they had more wins. As for the 6 seed, though, we have got Western Kentucky coming in, and they're going to be considered the home team against the 11 seed, which will be Rice. We got Rice and Western Kentucky playing there in the 6 versus 11 seed game. So that's our Conference USA tournament. June 9 to 20 is when this tournament will be. As for your 4th tournament, it's going to be the MAC tournament, the Mid-American Conference, and this is going to be a fun one for sure between June 22nd and July 2nd. As for the 1 seed in your MAC tournament, it's going to be the Buffalo Bulls. We got Buffalo coming in. They were actually a really good team last season. They're coming at the 1 seed for the MAC tournament. They're going to play the winner of the 8 and the 9 seed game. 8 seed is going to end up being Central Michigan, and they're going to play Eastern Michigan. We got Central versus Eastern Michigan there in the 8 versus 9 seed game. As for the 4 seed, we've got Kent State coming in. They actually quietly had a good 2020 season. This team was definitely one of the better teams in the MAC last year. As for the 5 seed, we got Toledo coming in. They're going to play the 12 seed being Bowling Green for a chance to play Kent State in the quarterfinals. Of course, Bowling Green was just awful last season. I think we all can agree there, as they were probably the worst team in the FBS, I will say. But as for the 2 seed, that's going to be Ball State. They had a good 2020 season. They're going to get the first round bye, and they're going to play the winner of the 7 versus 10 seed game. We got 7 seed Ohio coming in, and they'll be the home team against Akron. We got Ohio versus Akron there in the first round. 3 seed is going to be Western Michigan. They're coming in. They're going to get the first round bye as well, and they're going to be one of the top 4 teams in this conference. They'll be playing the winner of the 6 and 11 seed game between 6-seeded Miami, the Redhawks, and then the 11th seed being Northern Illinois. So that's what your MAC tournament looks like. Once again, the tournament will be going, this tournament will be from June 22nd to July 2nd. As for the 5th and final tournament of the series, it's got to be the best one, the American Athletic Conference tournament between July 5th and the 14th. So obviously there's going to be a 2-day break in between the MAC and the American Athletic just because of the 4th of July Independence Day holiday. So, of course, with the American Athletic Conference, this will be your last one. Your 1 seed is going to be Cincinnati. Not much of a surprise there. They were outstanding last season, and I expect that to continue going into next year. And they're going to play the winner of the 8 seed being Navy, or the 9 seed being Eastern Carolina or East Carolina. So we got Navy and East Carolina going head-to-head there for a chance to play Cincinnati in the quarterfinals. As for the 4 seed, we have got UCF coming in. They're going to play SMU in the quarterfinals for a chance to play in the semifinals. And UCF, of course, last year was a good team. SMU kind of in the same position. Both teams are definitely right around the same skill level. As for the 2 seed, we have got Tulsa coming in. They were a big surprise team last year, taking the 2nd spot in the American Athletic. And they'll play the winner of the 7 seed being Tulane and the 10 seed being Temple. So Tulane and Temple will play in a playing game to get into the quarterfinals. As for the 3 seed, we have got Memphis coming in. They're going to get the first round bye. And we got the 6 seed being Houston. And they're going to take on the 11 seed being South Florida. So we got Houston and South Florida playing each other in the first round as well. So that being said, that's what your American Athletic Conference tournament looks like. This will be the last tournament of the series. And then that's when we're going to move on to the Tournament of Champions. This will take us from July 16th to the 24th. And it's going to include the top 2 teams from each conference tournament. So it's pretty similar to our Power 5 conference tournament series in that factor. So basically the 2 teams in the conference tournament championship will move on also to the Tournament of Champions, whether or not, or no matter whether they win the actual conference championship or not. It's just a matter of whether or not you can get in. If you can get into the conference tournament championship, you will be in the Tournament of Champions later on. So obviously with the first round byes, we got both American Athletic teams. We got Mountain West 1, MAC 1, Conference USA 1, and Sun Belt 1, meaning basically the champions are the 1s and then the runner-ups are the 2s. So basically the runner-ups from Conference USA and Mountain West will be playing in the first round, and the runner-ups from the MAC and the Sun Belt will be playing each other. But obviously, considering the American Athletic is by far the best conference in this tournament, both of the top American Athletic teams will be getting the first round byes. So that being said, that's what the Tournament of Champions looks like. And just a little information here. Obviously, this tournament will only be on ASC simulations, lasting us from May to July. First game is going to be on Tuesday, May 18th, next Tuesday. And here's what the schedule looks like as well. Your final outline, you can screenshot this, whatever, to give you guys just an update or a reminder as to when this tournament is actually taking place. Once again, Mountain West is the first conference tournament we're going to be doing for this tournament series. So that being said, though, that wraps it up for today. That is our conference tournament series selection show for the Group of 5 conferences. I'm just super excited to finally be able to do a tournament series for the Group of 5. I mean, I've always done stuff for the Power 5 conferences. Like we did have that 98-team divisional tournament series back last fall, which included 98 teams, but that didn't include every single team. So we're basically including every team with these conference tournament series between both of these channels. So that being said, though, once again, this will be just on ASC Simulations starting up next Tuesday. And as for the game times, I really haven't decided quite yet, but my first opinion is that we're going to do 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time over on ASC Simulations for the Group of 5 Conference Tournament Series games, and then for the Power 5 on this main channel, All Sports Central, we're going to have them at the usual time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So once again, nothing's really going to change there. But once again, thanks again for watching. Looking forward to getting this started up next Tuesday. And yeah, stay tuned for more from All Sports Central. I'll see you guys all later.